Hello, fellow translators. So I'm trying a couple experiments. I think here I finally got the lighting a bit better, although you see the shadows that I do here, which isn't good. So I'll try to keep my hands down, although I'm Italian, so it might be a bit hard. But let me keep my hands down while I talk to you, and hopefully the lighting will work better here because I've had issues with it in the past. Today I wanted to talk to you. I mentioned in a previous video about exercises for practicing your translation. So today I wanted to talk to you about an exercise that I've recommended before, and I think it's quite useful and very easy, and anyone can do in terms of getting more experience with translation. So if you feel that you're starting off in translation, but you feel like you should get some more experience and you should just get your skill going a bit more. And I have people asking me, how can I do that? Where do I sign up? Where do I find a place to do that? You don't need to worry about any of that. It's very, very easy to do. And so this is usually what I recommend. I'm going to give you a 1 month thing, 1 month exercise to do, and then you can take it or leave it, or you can tweak it however you wish. So this is usually what I say. I say find a website that has not been translated before and translate it. Just the home page, whatever it is, a couple paragraphs or something on the main thing. I don't care what it is. If it's your specialization or whatever you're interested in, translate that. Then and then that's it. Just do your translation. Then leave that aside. And then the next day, find a website that has been translated, another website that has been translated, and then practice translating it. And then compare, once you're done with that, again, just a couple paragraphs, whatever, compare it to the translation that has been made. See what you could have done better, what you could have done differently, the changes you could have made, stuff like that. And then just repeat this for the whole month. Find a different website that has been translated and then compare. A different website that has been translated and then compare. And keep doing this for a month. Every day you'll be doing, a paragraph or two of translation. It won't be that hard. And usually if you're choosing a website, it's going to be an About Us page, so it's easy. If you're in, if your specialization is something else, find something else, like the page that talks about what they offer, and then do that. But either way, a couple paragraphs each day, and then compare with the result, blah, blah, blah. At the end of that month, go back to the original website you found that doesn't have a translation, and don't look at your translation that you did. You leave it aside. You haven't looked at that all month. But go back to the original website and try translating it again from scratch without looking at yours from before. You don't want it to be influenced. Now compare the translation you just made of that original website to the translation you made a month ago. And I'm convinced you'll be pretty surprised. Like, you'll look at the translation you made a month ago and you'll be like, what the hell was I thinking? Why would I use that as a translation? Why would I say that way? Why would I do that? And you'll be amazed. Like, you'll feel maybe you didn't make much progress, but when you look at what you translated a month ago, you'll be amazed at what you thought was a decent translation a month ago. And just in that 1 month, you will have made quite a bit of progress. And I think this is a good method for improvement and for seeing how much you improve. And again, you do it in a month and a couple paragraphs every day. It takes, half an hour, maybe an hour tops. And just do this for a month. And I think it's a really good exercise to do. And then you can keep repeating it if you want. And there are various ways to tweak it as well. And you can do that as you get into it and see what you want to do. Like, another way is the initial website that you choose, maybe it has a translation already, but you just don't check it for the whole month. After the month, you go back to it, translate it again and all that, and then compare both of your translations to the translation that was made by them, and then see, maybe the one you did after a month is even better than the one they have. And in that case, you could even contact them and say, hey, do you want me to redo your translation because yours isn't too good, or something like that. Anyway, I just think this is it's very easy to practice your translation. And I think the important thing is to keep practicing it. And whether they already have something translated or not doesn't really matter. You can still practice. Of course, if they have it translated, then you can compare and contrast. But it's also good practice just to do something that hasn't been translated. And like I've mentioned before, if you feel you've done a good job with the translation, you can always contact them and say, hey, I've just translated your homepage. If you want, I can translate the rest of your website for a fee or something like that. Anyway, I just thought I wanted to share this. It's just a very easy way for you. Ooh, don't want to make this fall. Anyway, it's just a very easy way for you to get some experience, for you to be able to practice your translation if you feel like you should be practicing, because there's text all over the place, right? And you can translate that text at any point in time. And so all you need to do is find it and start translating, and that's it. And this way you can go back and kind of check your work a month later and see how much progress you've made and what mistakes you were making in the past, so you can be sure not to make them again, etc. And I think it's a very helpful way for you to check your own work. So that's pretty much it. I think it's a simple exercise, and so hopefully you can start doing it and you can use it to improve upon your translations. And feel free to let me know if you have any other exercise that you like to do. Maybe something simple that anyone else can do that you can share. And feel free to let me know in the comments below, and or I can also make a video about it and share it with everyone else as well, because it could be interesting just for everyone to know and have different ways of practicing. And but otherwise, that's pretty much it, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye. Savedum.